right? Oh my god, Darwin has a present for us? That's a surprise. And it's a tiny mushroom. Great. Thank you, Darwin. Very cool. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Today we are going to be taking on all of the gym leaders here in the Kanto region. Back to back to back to back to back. Okay, you get the point, but we're going to be doing the gym leader rematches. And so we are here in Pallet Town, where our journey began a long time ago. Because I want to take a trip down memory lane. I mean, this series is finally coming to an end. We've got 2 more episodes left, and I'm sure you guys probably know what the next one is going to be, as there's not really too much left to do here in the game. But let's go and head through Route 1 with Petrie the Aerodactyl and over to Viridian City, where we're going to be taking on our first gym leader rematch. I want to do the most epic one right off the bat. I know we're going a little bit out of order here, but actually... you may notice I have the original team on deck as well, so Dasani is here, and it is one of the rideable Pokemon as well. There's a lot of really unique rideable Pokemon in this game, but riding on Starmie has got to be one of the best ones here. But yeah, here in Viridian City, normally we've got Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, but of course, Team Rocket is no more. So who could be here to replace him? Let's step inside and find out. And if you guys are excited, make sure to hit that like button for the conclusion of this series. I mean, not quite yet. We've got 1 more episode still, as I mentioned, but wow, we actually have to do the gym puzzle again. That's kind of annoying. I figured that, you know, they'd just let us go right to the gym leader, but I guess not. And this isn't even the right way to take him on, but there's a sneak preview. It's Blue! The actual Blue, not Blue, the girl from the last episode, whose name is actually Green in the games, apparently. But how do we actually get to him? I'm guessing it's this way? Oh yeah, maybe the blue track pads here, or, you know, conveyor belts, whatever you want to call them, spinny switches. That's my favorite name for them. But there he is, the big bad Blue, also known as Gary Oak in the Pokemon anime, which this game kind of has influences from both the games, the anime, and even the manga, apparently, as we had Green last episode. So if you missed that one, go ahead and check it out on my channel. And without further ado, let's take on Blue! Yo, Orange! Since I've become the gym leader here, the Viridian City gym has really stepped it up. It's made each day pretty busy though. By the way, what do you think of this gym's design? It makes me look like some kind of bad guy, right? Ooh, I've been thinking of remodeling the place. Well, doesn't matter all that much, I guess. No matter the place, I'm still the best there is. Alright, it's been a while since I've gone all out, so I'll show you the strength of a top trainer. And here we go in our first battle against this guy, because in these games, of course, our rival was Gibby instead. I don't know if we've actually battled him before. I feel like we have, but maybe not. That's what I like to hear. Here I go. Whoa, we are actually taking on Blue in a battle. Is this the first time we've actually battled him? I know we met him way earlier on in the game, but I kind of forgot if we did battle him or not. I don't think so. So our first battle with our not-so-rival Blue, I really can't remember if we have battled him. I feel like we did at some point though, but he's going to be leading off his team with Tauros, and I guess it is at level 66, so not too bad. Of course, we've got the power of Mega Evolution on our side, so let's see how you like a Flare Blitzing to the face. Should have gone for Outrage actually, because, I don't know, I guess Outrage, it's outrageous, but Mega Shinka activated, and we've got the Dragon Charizard, of course, my favorite Mega Evolution. Or is it actually? I know I did my top 10 Mega Evolutions at one point, and a lot of people are probably still wondering if I'm ever going to do part 2 of that. But now that Mega Evolutions have been scrapped, I mean, I guess it is viable to do that, just with, you know, an updated version, not really a part 2, but including all of the Mega Evolutions, the ones that were introduced in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as well. I do want to do some more top 10s at one point, but there's a lot of videos that I want to get to, and definitely not enough time in the day, or any day. That's what I've been feeling lately. Like, even though I used to be a lot busier back in the day going to school and, I mean, doing other real life stuff, it seems like these days, even though I mostly just am at home and doing YouTube, you know, for the most part, my days go by a lot quicker. And that could be part of growing up, I guess, or just getting older, but I really gotta get my time management down a little bit better as we get crunched down there by Gyarados, Gary's second Pokemon. I can't help but call him Gary, by the way. That's just how I grew up knowing him watching, you know, Ash Ketchum's adventures in Kanto, and Gary was always one step ahead. This guy is definitely the best rival still to this day, and that's not even like a Gen 1er thing. Like, I just feel like he actually had the most rival-like, you know, character, which makes sense since he was the first rival. He was designed to be one, but I couldn't really read who's next up, but apparently it is Executor, which is not great that we kept Dasani in, but we do have the powered-up Darwin move right now. I don't really want to go for it, though, but who can take this guy on? I guess Ninetales? Or maybe Charizard as well, but I don't know. We already had Cinder take down the Tauros, so don't really want to go for it again. You know, I want to give all of our Pokemon a chance to fight here, as the Power Whip comes out. Reminds me of that GIF I used in the previous episode of Pokemon Masters with Gardenia. I won't show it again because, you know, trying to keep it PG around here. Your poor eyes, the Let's Go viewers, you know, are not quite the same as the Pokemon Masters viewers, even though it totally is the same. But, you know, this is a G-rated game, all right? It's a G-rated experience, as Thompson, or Tommy, haven't seen him in a while, but apparently playing some Smash Brothers right now. That is Pokecinema, by the way. Shoutouts if anybody remembers Pokecinema, the good old days of Poketubing, man. We're just going down a whole trip down memory lane today, huh? As Aerodactyl is going to be his next Pokemon. He's actually got one of his own. Probably should have swapped out to give our own Aerodactyl a chance to fight. But actually, I was going to say, if the Blizzard missed, we might still get that chance. Or actually, we still might, considering it did not take it out. And he has Iron Tail! Are you serious? That is 4 times super effective, which means Fabi is going to get destroyed. I'm sorry, Fabi. Kind of sucks. I mean, that's not what I expected to happen at all, but it does give us the chance to bring out our own Aerodactyl, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. I did update my moves on my Pokemon a little bit, by the way, for this Gym Leaders run specifically. I went ahead and upgraded a lot of our Pokemon that were sitting in the box, as well as the ones that we have currently on hand, but the Rock Slide will take down his own Aerodactyl, as ours is, of course, a lot higher level, and probably a lot stronger as well. I haven't even really used candies at all in this game, I realize, because that is definitely a mechanic they have here as well, but do you really need the candies? Like, they introduced candy because you can transfer Pokemon, so they had to give you some kind of reward, you know, for transferring all those Pokemon to Oak, but it really just makes your Pokemon too OP. Like, even more OP than they can already be if you have, like, perfect IVs and nature and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really like using the candies personally, but I guess that is an option that you could go for, as next up is going to be Alakazam, hoping for a spoonful of ice cream, but he's going to find Frank instead, who definitely looks like some Neapolitan ice cream if it was banana, strawberry, and green flavored. I can't come up with a flavor that's green. I guess pistachio is originally in Neapolitan ice cream, so I could have just said that, but this is more of a nasty, gucky green than pistachio green, I would say, as his final Pokemon is going to be Charizard. I was actually expecting, well, I guess green had Blastoise and blue has Charizard. So none of the colored characters in this game, or the ones named after colors, actually use the starter that is of their color, which I guess is better in the end. I don't know. We could have went for the VV Volley there, but oh geez, maybe we should have, as Mega Charizard Y is coming out. Okay, don't know how Darwin is going to do against it, but let's just hit the double edge, and yeah, that is not going to do very much damage, so here comes the Fire Blast. Oh boy, that is quite some damage. Alright, before we get taken out here, let's go for our signature move, the Sure Hit move. It's time, Eevee! I mean VV! VV! Volley! And we nuke the Charizard away. But, of course, it doesn't do quite enough damage, so yeah, Darwin, I'm sorry. Not quite going to be able to tough that one out. Probably shouldn't have let him faint, like we could have just swapped out, but again, I guess it's partly me being lazy slash also wanting to have the epic Mega Charizard on Mega Charizard battle here. And let's see who comes out on top. We're actually both at like the same HP too, but of course our Mega Charizard is faster and higher level, so Blues is gonna go down. And that means, of course, the final trainer that must not be named, because, I don't know, I'm trying to keep it mysterious in case somehow you don't know who the final boss of this game is probably going to have Venusaur, since Green did have Blastoise and Blue here has Charizard. Oh man, what was I doing? Yes, finally we get our proper rival battle. No Gibbion around here. As long as I can battle strong opponents, I don't care what happens. You get what I mean, right? You'd better come back again. Oh, I think you can actually rematch them once a day. Let me just talk to him out of curiosity here. Oh, it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, come back again at some point and you'll be able to battle Blue once again. Or at least I think you can do them, these gym leader battles, once a day. And I just realized we had payday on Eevee, so we probably should have gone for that. Gotten a little bit of extra cash out of this battle because I actually ended up spending most of my money on Hyper Beam HM, or TM rather, at the Celadon department store. I think it was literally 100k, which is crazy. But let's actually hop on Petrie here, and maybe we can actually make our way over to Pewter City just by flying over there. I'm not really sure. I think you still have to go through Viridian Forest somehow, or actually we could take this gate here. Kinda sucks how you can't fly over, but this is fine. And actually, now that we took down Blue, I want to swap up the team a little bit and bring out my boy Hodor. As soon as we get out of the gate, we'll see that he literally carries you around, just like Hodor. Hence the name. I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny, but let's actually just chop down the tree because I don't feel like getting back on Petrie. And that is an option, of course. I kind of forgot that you don't have to have TMs in this game. I mean, HMs. Jeez, I really get everything confused nowadays, huh? But yeah, we don't need HMs, we just have Vivi's special moves, techniques, or whatever they're called in this game. And we also have a nice chauffeur in Hodor here, carrying us all the way over to the Pewter City gym, because from now on, of course, we're going to be taking on these gym leader rematches in order. So next up is Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. And Machamp itself might actually come in handy in this battle. Thankfully, there's no puzzle to be had here in Brock's gym, so before we take him on, let's actually check out the party, who is a little bit beat up, of course. I always forget to heal my Pokemon, but you can see we've got Artie and Bentley in here as well, so we should be good to go. And I do want to test out Hodor just to see how strong he actually is, even though he's at level 48, I think. You sure look different from when we first met. I have a request for you since you're now the Pokemon League champion. The truth is, gym leaders have the right to challenge the champion. Please allow me the privilege of facing you in battle once again. Allow me to show you the true rock-hard strength of my Pokemon. It's time to fight Brock, the man with the large rock-type Pokemon. And there he is, hitting the Wakanda forever. Even in these games, or even with his shirt actually on, he still does that sign there. I never actually realized Brock did that, but I guess he has done it since the very original Pokemon sprites in Pokemon Red and Blue. And his first Pokemon is going to be Onix here, hitting us with the Stealth Rocks. That is actually a move that I contemplated having on Petrie, our Aerodactyl, but I decided not to just because, I don't know, it's useful, but I feel like it's more suited for competitive battling. Like, you don't really need it, especially here in Pokemon Let's Go, where the battles are not exactly the toughest. But here comes the Earthquake. Gonna hit Hodor for half HP, but you see he can tank it up. Again, proving these battles are not exactly the toughest out here. Even though Superpower does lower our attack and defense there, manages to take down the Onix. And I am definitely swapping out after this one though, because, well, Omastar's coming out anyway. But yeah, Hodor was definitely beat up from that last battle, so don't think he can take on any more of Brock's Pokemon here. And even though Blue had 6 Pokemon, I believe every other gym leader will actually only have 5. So it gets even easier from here on out. I don't want to call this game easy. Like, I guess every Pokemon game isn't really that tough. But specifically Let's Go, because they removed abilities and a whole bunch of other features. I don't know, I feel like it is kind of like Pokemon Junior. Or that's like the nickname I gave it back when the trailers were coming out and stuff. I really like the art style, don't get me wrong. Like, I still love the gameplay of this game. The way you catch Pokemon is really cool. But for a reimagining of Kanto, I feel like I would have liked to have more of a challenge. Or I guess just in any Pokemon game, honestly, I like to have more of a challenge than this. But we do have some new moves on Artie, you may have noticed there. So, oh, actually, the Petal Dance is kind of like Outrage. So if you don't swap out, it just keeps on going until you get confused. So Golan came out like a wrecking ball. It got wrecked and went down just as quickly as it came in. And Brock's next Pokemon is going to be Aerodactyl. Unfortunately, we don't have Ninetales with us anymore, but actually that's probably better for us considering Brock is pretty effective against Ice. Not really worth it to go for that. But we do have Bentley here, and I saved our Mega Evolution, so I guess we might as well use it now. We still don't have Hydro Pump, but you can see I got Dragon Pulse and Dark Pulse. Even though there is no Mega Launcher ability in this game, like, you can still actually learn most of the same attacks, as long as they're actually in this game, that you can, you know, in Pokemon Sun and Moon for Mega Blastoise. But, yeah, I wish we had Hydro Pump. That would be great, but I think Blastoise actually learns it at level 63, which, of course, we haven't quite hit yet. I was doing a little bit of training, catching Chanseys in Cerulean Cave, but it was taking way too long, and I just kind of gave up, honestly. So, anyway, next up is going to be Kabutops, which makes me think that maybe we should have Mega Evolved our Venusaur instead. Since last episode, we did get to see Mega Blastoise anyway, but I'm sure against Blaine or something... Oh, actually, wait. Against Misty, I mean, we can actually Mega Evolve Venusaur. So I was about to say, against Blaine, we definitely want to Mega Evolve our Blastoise again. Or maybe Aerodactyl, actually. We have options, boys. We got a lot of Mega Evolutions. And we might even be able to get a couple more after taking down Brock and the other gym leaders here, as they do give us some nice cash prizes for taking them down. I knew you were strong, but this? Yep, $13,000. Or Poké-Dollars, or whatever the currency's called here. I've chosen to postpone my dream of becoming a Pokemon breeder just for a little bit longer. Right now, I'm more interested in training to go strong enough to one day face and defeat you. Please, battle me every day so I can grow even stronger. So yeah, that confirms it right there. You can actually take on the Gym Leader rematches every single day, just like the Pokemon League you can actually take on whenever you want. But I was going to say, this is another option to get yourself some nice moolah in this game. You can use Payday on all of their Pokemon and probably get yourself some nice cash prizes. Although I wouldn't really recommend Brock, because he's a rock type, you know. Payday might not do too much. Either way, I've got another sick Pokemon to show off following us here in Alolan Exeggutor, which you can actually get yourself over at the Pokemon League if you didn't know. There's an Exeggutor lover that will trade you a regular, or I guess Kanto Exeggutor for the Alolan variant. And it is just hilarious how you literally can't see its head. Like, it's so freaking tall that... Oh, I guess we can kind of glitch it, but... Yeah, it's so tall you can barely, or basically can't see its head most of the time when you're walking around with it. But, wait a second, I thought that was the gym for some reason, but it's actually over here. So, let's walk our way over to it and take on leader Misty, who is of course the master of water-type Pokemon. The first two gym leaders, Brock and Misty, always the most iconic, of course, since they used to travel with Ash back in the day. I heard an interesting rumor. Not only did you and that other kid defeat those Team Rocket guys, but you also met again in the battle for champion. Ah, I just can't take it anymore. You've gotten so strong that I just absolutely have to battle you again. You got that? No refusing. It's time to take on the lovely mermaid of Cerulean, Misty. That's what she was known as, right?
Nope.
I don't know why. I feel like she had something to do with mermaids. Maybe it was like her and her sisters or something, but man, this just proves, like, I used to love the Pokemon anime, but I don't really watch it anymore, so like I forgot most of the stuff that happened in it. But actually, Brock did mention how he wanted to be a Pokemon breeder. That's definitely something from the anime there, but who cares, because it's time for Mega Venusaur, who will hopefully tear through all of Misty's Pokemon here. I don't think she really has anything that can resist us, unless she's got like Gyarados or something, but I love the design of this gym, honestly. This is one of my favorite redesigns out of all of them, with all of the Pokemon in the background on the mural there, the Starmie sticker looking thing over there too, and her next Pokemon is actually going to be Vaporeon. I don't think she ever had one of those before, which is why I love actually doing these gym leader rematches in every Pokemon game, because they're going to have like their most powerful version of their team that they can have, at least in that generation. Because in these games, of course, there's only Kanto Pokemon, so otherwise she might have some even crazier Pokemon, considering how the type combinations, you know, get wilder as the generations go on. Like, I can imagine Misty having something like, I don't know, Wishy-Washy. I mean, that's not the craziest type combination, it's literally just water type, so I'm giving the worst example here. But what did Misty even have in the Pokemon anime? As I just realized we are confused and the Lucky Duckies are not on our side, so maybe we should swap it up here. Maybe bring out our Alolan Exeggutor that we actually were carrying around anyway. I don't think he's really going to be able to do much, but I just love seeing this thing in battle. It looks so hilarious, man. And at least it can tank up the quick attack for us, but yeah, we literally don't even have any grass-type moves on it. I did teach it Outrage, though, at least, so we can definitely go for that. Or get Blizzarded to the face. That's not good. Maybe I should have used that turn to actually heal up Artie, but it's too late now. So Dasani, I believe, has Thunderbolt. Yep, let's just go for that. I am pretty sad right now with the results we've had so far. I mean, it's mostly my fault. I've been too distracted by the background there and Misty herself, like, trying to think of the Pokemon she used to have back in the day, because I really can't remember anything other than her Togepi. Meryl? Did she have a Meryl? Or no, that was Tracy that had a Meryl, so I don't think Misty did. But man, I really can't remember the Pokemon anime that well. And speaking of Starmie, she's actually going to have one of her own, but the star is me today, so I mean, I'm thinking she's going to have a Thunderbolt too, but I'm guessing that we're faster, and we are, since Misty here is only at level 56, but oh my gosh, barely not going to take it out. Come on. Of course, she's going to have Thunderbolt too, like, we all expected that, right? But it does no damage to us as we're super beefed up. I feel like I actually used some candies on Dasani. Like, even though I said I don't like the candy mechanic in this game, I feel like I still did use some at least because, you know, it's in the game. We had to use at least some of them, but I don't remember if we actually do have any or not. And I don't remember if you can actually check that in the stats. I mean, it probably does tell you somehow, but I don't know how to check for it. Like, we could check after this battle, but let's focus on the Gyarados at hand, which is, well, Gyarados, and Thunderbolt should easy clap that out of the way. Little bit disappointed in the levels on these gym leader rematches. I guess they're not bad if you, like, just finish the game, but at this point, like, we've trained so much and done pretty much everything in the post game to where we're way above their level. Blue wasn't as bad because his Pokemon were in the 60s, but for the rest of the gym leaders, they are not even there. I mean, 56 feels a little bit low considering the Elite Four right now are way higher, and Waterfall randomly looks like a Z move. I don't know why it has such a special animation, but hey, it looks sick. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, there's enough people complaining about Pokemon animations, so let's just appreciate the ones that actually do look super sick in these games, like Waterfall there, as Dugong goes down, and that was Misty's final Pokemon there. So not really too much of a challenge so far. How annoying. For real, I'm annoyed right now. Like, I thought these gym leader rematches were about to be it. I lost. I need to try swimming around for a bit so that I can clear my head of these feelings. I definitely won't lose next time. Well, there won't be a next time. I'm sorry, Misty, but we're never coming back here again. Next up is Vermilion City, where we've got Lieutenant Surge, and of course that means we've got the Surge Surfer himself, Alolan Raichu, following behind us. Not really a high-level Pokemon or anything. I really just wanted to check it out outside of battle and, like, following us around, and it looks awesome, man. Like, I love the way it floats on its tail. Definitely one of the best Alolan form designs here. The Pancake Lover sniffing at the salty air. So let's head inside the Vermilion City Gym, which is of course the electric type gym, and thankfully we don't have to do the gym puzzle again. I did bring along another Pokemon with us, so let me see who's actually leading the charge, as we've got Uber here. That name will make sense a little bit later on, but let's actually have him lead the party as we take on Surge. Hey there, kid. Pretty shocking you made it through the Pokemon League. No doubt some electric-type Pokemon had a pretty big hand in that, right? I don't know about that. Do we even have any electric types on our team? I don't think we ever did. Alright then, how about you show me what kind of Pokemon you've raised? Alright, although I didn't even raise the one that we're actually leading off the charge with at all. I'm pretty sure we caught this Rhydon in the Victory Road, and straight from the Victory Road, it's now going into its first battle. So go, Uber! Okay, I'll explain that name later. I mean, maybe it doesn't even need explaining, but let's just say you can catch a ride on Rhydon. And Electrode is blowing up on us right off the bat, so it's a good thing we actually led off with Uber here, as he is a rock type, and of course resist that. So Lieutenant Surge starting things off with a bang, but not really paying off for him, is it? I was going for the Earthquake there, but there's really nothing left to hit that with. Raichu's coming out next though, and we know this is not a Surge Surfing Raichu, so it's definitely not going to be able to levitate and dodge this out. Actually, there's no abilities in this game anyway, which I somehow keep forgetting, but Alolan Raichu doesn't even have Levitate anyway. It has literally the ability Surge Surfer, I think, which I kind of forgot what it does. I think it powers it up in the electric terrain or something like that. Could be mistaken, but I think that's what it did at least. And Magneton is going to be coming out next, so Uber, literally in its first battle, is going to be able to destroy Lieutenant Surge's team, which just proves like, oh, wait, never mind. We're actually slower than this Magneton, and the Flash Cannon is going to hit, which means Uber is going to go down. Should have taken a lift instead. Who do we actually want to go for next, though? I guess Cinder does have Earthquake as well, and I think I taught it to Petrie, actually, so pretty much 3 of our Pokemon here have the Earthquake, as well as, well, actually, that's pretty much the only attack we need to use here. I'm not even going to bother Mega Evolving. Magneton is super weak to ground-type attacks, being a Steel Electric, and I know that we're faster, so there we go. Knew you could do it, Cinder. That's what our trainer says every time, right? Anyway, we've got Jolteon up next. Ooh, does that mean Erica is actually going to have... Okay, never mind, not Erica, because that would be Leafeon. But I guess Blaine might have Flareon, because we did have Misty with Vaporeon, and I'm assuming all 3 evolutions are going to make an appearance here in the Gym Leader rematches. Not just because of the thematic of it, but because there's really not that many Pokemon in Kanto, you know? Like, how many fire types can you name in Kanto? There's probably literally 5 of them, at least in their fully evolved state, with Flareon being one of them. I mean, maybe there's more than that, actually. Off the bat, I can probably think of at least 6 with Charizard included, but I doubt that Blaine will have a Charizard, so either way, our own Charizard will hit the Earthquake one last time to take down Electabuzz, which was Lieutenant Surge's last Pokemon there, of course. I can't help not doing that whenever I see an Electabuzz. Absolutely shocking, I know. That guy went down quicker than... I was about to make a really insensitive joke that had something to do with war, but I'll just say he went down quicker than AZ in the War of Kalos, instead of whatever I was gonna say. Looks like there's still a gap between our skill levels I need to close, kid. This is the first time I've felt like this since I first arrived here in Kanto. Come back tomorrow. Alright, every gym leader confirms for us that you can rematch them every single day, so I guess we'll be back tomorrow, Surge. Not. I think we've made more than enough money at this point to buy ourselves a couple more Mega Stones, so let's talk to our favorite Slowpoke lover here and grab the Pidgeotite this time around. Ooh, we actually do have enough to buy 2 of them, so let's first buy the Pidgeotite, and I guess we can also grab the... I think Gengar might be useful in a little bit here. We could, you know, bring him into a battle. I think I do have a Gengar. Well, of course I do if we completed the Pokedex. We've got to have a Gengar on hand. Or in the box, I mean, but there's not really too many Mega Stones left to buy. I guess 6 more. I really want to check out Mega Pinsir, actually, in this game. That's not a Mega Stone or Mega Evolution you see too often, but definitely a cool one. Over in Celadon City, Erica is waiting for us, and we've got none other than Yegdip behind us. Or is it? It isn't, but I can't even talk to him, so let's just keep on walking, and eventually you will see what kind of Pidgeot this is here. I was really hoping that we could show off a shiny Pidgeot, but for some reason I can't find the shiny Pidgeotto that I caught way back when. I guess it might have been in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu version or something, because I looked in my box and I could not find it. The only thing I saw was the shiny Spearow that I caught a couple of episodes ago, but let's head into the Celadon City Gym, where the Grass-type Master is awaiting us, right in front of us actually, but it's all a huge troll because you actually have to still go through the puzzle apparently to get to her. But at least all of the trainers are defeated this time around, so shouldn't really be too tough or anything. Jeez, how many trees do we gotta cut through to get to Erica? Come on, man. Oh my goodness, there's still one more. I think left is the right choice, although you'd think right would be right, but no, sometimes left can be right. And yes, it was, as we've made it to Erica. I'm pretty sure she's always sleeping on the job, but... Oh, if it isn't the one who's been trying to fill the Pokedex. You mean the one who did fill the Pokedex? Come on, I want my proper credit here. I do hope things have been going well for you since our last encounter. I see, you certainly have been busy. I'm not particularly fond of those kinds of public things. However, battles are different. That's what you came for, isn't it? What kind of public things are you talking about, girl? Like, she's a gym leader. Isn't that literally a public figure? Like, why are you a gym leader if you're not about publicity? Like, I don't know, man. Erica is just all sorts of confusing, but she's going to be leading off the party with a Tangela, which I believe is a pure grass type, so I did update Yeezus moves here and add in the U-turn, and yes, we do have Mega Evolution as well, so the secret is no more. Yeezus, it's time for Mega Evolution, as we've got the Super Saiyan Pidgeot out here. Really wish it was the shiny version, because I'm actually just curious what that looks like in the first place, but we're gonna U-turn the heck out of here. I don't really know why. I guess we could have just used Fly and probably taken it out, but I don't know. I just wanted to see what U-turn looks like as well, and yeah, it was not really that crazy. Or a bit anticlimactic, you could even say, as Tangela is going to throw up the Reflect, tangling up like the pockets in your headphones. I mean, headphones in your pocket. That was a quote from one of my top 10s, right? The worst Pokemon designs. Somehow it keeps going back to the top 10 videos, huh? Anyway, we Flare Blitz it away with the Charizard, and I do want to give Yeezus more of a chance to actually battle, so as much as I don't like the move Fly, I mean, it literally is the strongest flying type moves that we can get here in Pokemon Let's Go, so let's bring Yeezus back out and just go for a couple of flies. Yeezus is another Pokemon that is literally freshly caught, like literally a couple of minutes before starting off this episode. I went over to Route 1 and just flew around for a little bit on top of Petrie and found this level 57 Pidgeot, so right from Route 1 and into the fray we go, proving once again that these gym leaders, I don't even know how they got their jobs, honestly. Like, I'm literally using Pokemon we just caught and somehow taking them down. Not even just taking them down, but destroying them as, oh no, never mind, the Hyper Beam is coming out from Exeggutor, and our Fly actually barely did any damage, so actually this is one where U-turn would do more damage, because it is Grass and Psychic type, 4 times super effective, so yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that sooner, but critical hit will take it down, and Yeezus also gets to return to the party. Do we actually get a chance to see what Pokemon she's going to send out now then? Oh, I guess not. Maybe we got to send something out and then it's going to tell us, so I don't know, let's just go for Cinder. I mean, honestly, any of our Pokemon on our team could probably take out whatever Erica's going to send out for us, which is going to be Vileplume, actually. Grass and Poison type. I was about to say if I'm not mistaken, but I know I'm not mistaken about this one. One of the Pokemon that I actually do remember somehow because I recently saw it in Pokemon Snap. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually doing a co-op playthrough, or not really co-op, but like a versus, I guess, of Pokemon Snap right now over on Dobbs' channel, or the DobbsGaming channel, so definitely go check it out if you guys didn't know about it. I will put a link to it in the description, but looks like Victreebel is going to be her final Pokemon, or is this even her last Pokemon? I think she still might have a couple of them, but yeah, here comes the Victreebel, which was also in Pokemon Snap, actually. So yeah, definitely check that out in the description, guys, if you haven't yet, because we're actually going to be doing some bonus levels on my channel, I think maybe this weekend or sometime this week. Whenever that playthrough's done, basically. It might not even be this week, but maybe next week. The point is, there's actually some custom Pokemon Snap levels, I think, that were modded or made by modders as, oh no! Poison Jab is going to take down our Yeezus there. I was not even paying attention, but yeah, that's why I don't like Fly, dude. It just does not do enough damage. Although I guess that's also on Yeezus for not being the strongest Pidgeot out there. Maybe we could have used some candies after all. So you know what? I'm gonna hit you with the Rock Slide because, oh gosh, okay. I was trying to disrespect or BM, but did not work out. It actually kind of backfired on us here, so no bueno. Let's go for the Fly instead. I think Victreebel is actually half poison as well, so we could have Earthquake, but I'm not sure if it would have taken it out, being neutral effective. Let's just guarantee it with the super effective move as we crash down from the sky and take down the Victreebel to get our own victory. Eh? No? Is that... Okay, never mind. We actually don't have the victory, so the joke doesn't even make sense, man. I don't know why I'm forcing it, but let's force out Cinder instead to take down her last Pokemon, which is going to be Parasect. I don't even know why she's bringing out a Parasect at this point. Like, I was expecting at least an Alolan Exeggutor. Like, come on, Erica, what are you doing? She gave us the regular Exeggutor instead, which is not nearly as cool. I mean, that's an undeniable fact right there that Alolan Exeggutor is clearly the top tier Exeggutor, but little beady old Parasect will get destroyed by the Flare Blitz. And this time we actually do get the victory. It appears it is my loss. Yep, fallen right back asleep. That's like her natural state. She's basically a slacking at this point. Simply marvelous. That was an effort worthy at least 10 rainbow badges. Wow, Erica's just handing them out here, huh? She does not deserve to be a gym leader, I'm not gonna lie. Even in Pokemon Masters, she literally gave us the badge and then just ditches her duties entirely to join our team or whatever, which, I don't know, man. Erica's just crazy, but who's next, actually? I guess Koga? Hey! Whoa, you're getting a little close there, huh, Darwin? I like that, actually. Let's skydash our way over to Fuchsia City for the next canon gym leader. Or I guess the proper order, you know, in the batch case. That's the way that they show them, so that's the way we're going to take him on. So it's time for Koga, and we don't even have any Pokemon following us this time around. I guess I didn't have any clever jokes or references to make, so whatever. Let's just go into the gym. You know, he is a very straightforward guy. There's no more illusions in the way either, so let's just go straight for it. If it isn't the child, it seems we are fated to meet once again. You have come at a truly opportune time. I was just thinking that I wanted to test my newly refined sinister techniques in a battle that will end in your utter defeat. I think I changed my accent about 5 times there. Like, at first I was doing my Koga voice, but then it suddenly turned kind of Irish for a second, and then it was like a weird blend of European, Asian, or something. I don't know, man. We got Frank out here, okay? I decided to take on Poison with Poison, because the only way to deal with toxic people is to give him some toxic yourself. Except you actually can't do that, so I don't know why I brought out Frank, actually. Let's just Mega Drain since we're here, as the Hydro Pump actually misses entirely, and we get to drain away the pain. This is going to take a little while, so actually let's just switch it up. Thankfully I did bring Dasani, or put Dasani back in the party, because it's our only electric type move, I think, in the whole game, honestly. Like, Lieutenant Surge was asking if we train any electric type Pokemon, and we literally didn't. Like, I have not a single electric Pokemon at a high level right now when I was checking through our PC box, but thankfully we do have Dasani with the Thunderbolt, and actually we could have brought in Gengar. I think our Gengar has Thunderbolt, and it also, we got the Mega Stone just now for it, so it would be pretty sick to use it in at least one battle before this showdown is over. But actually the next one we're taking on is Sabrina, so I'll try to bring out Gengar for that, considering ghosts are pretty good against psychic Pokemon. Actually, Dasani here is a psychic Pokemon herself, or itself. It has no gender, right? So we could have gone for psychic, and that would have been super effective on Tentacruel as well. So yeah, that's the real reason why I brought out Dasani. We just kind of lucked out that it has Thunderbolt as well, but we definitely could have just went for psychic and probably taken it out even quicker, as next up is going to be Weezing! Not quite as cool as its Galarian counterpart there. Weezing Dimmadome, owner of the Driftvale Dimmadome. Or was that Clay? Yeah, Clay Dimmadome. That's the one. You know, I'm mixing up 2 jokes right now. There's Clay Dimmadome, the gym leader of Driftvale City, but then there's also Weezing Dimmadome, which is the new meme for Galarian Weezing. Not my favorite Galarian Weezing meme, though. That would be, you know, the other one, which I can't mention again because PG content out here, or I guess G-rated for Pokemon Let's Go. I mean, honestly, I can make whatever jokes I want. Like, I'm pretty sure people don't really get offended when I say things, and even when I was streaming for a little bit, a lot of people would get really excited when I would say a naughty word. So, if anything, I should be saying whatever is on my mind, you know, because, I mean, I guess it's less censoring, or not really censoring, but I'm holding myself back, I feel like, sometimes, from saying what's really on my mind, you know, which I guess is kind of like censoring, but not literally. Or is it literally? I'm not literally censoring the words, I'm just not saying them at all, so it feels weird to say censorship, but anyway, Muck is definitely uncensored and unfiltered out here as his final Pokemon. Not even gonna give us a nice color show here, it's just plain old Grimace, looking quite nasty out here, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I never really liked Muck that much. I think it's one of the, well, it's not lazy design, but it's just plain old ugly, like, I always really liked Garbodor better. I know a lot of people like to hate on the trash bag Pokemon, but for some reason, as a poison type gunk, like, I just like Garbodor. Muck is literally just muck. If I am not strong enough to defeat you now, there is but one thing to do. I must hone my skills. Yeah, you do that, Naruto. I'll be running my way over to Area 51. With trainers like you and Gibby, the Pokemon League must be a place of formidable strength. Truly, it is something to be proud of. As it so happens, I've been thinking of aiming to join the Elite Four myself. Ah, little preview of things to come, maybe in Pokemon Let's Go Johto. Actually, I guess we got another kind of hint at future things to come with another one of the gym leaders. Who was it actually? Blue, when he said he was going to remodel his gym, because yeah, his gym does get a nice remodeling over in Pokemon Heart Gold, Silver, and hopefully we do get Let's Go to Johto. I would love to see those games personally. Whoa, there's a Chansey Master Trader in here. Dude, the Master Traders are in the most random locations. Like, has anyone actually beat all of them? Because that is quite an accomplishment that I'm definitely never going to do. As much as I like to rag on Pokemon Let's Go, I actually really did enjoy the experience of these games. Like, just having all of these creatures following you around and a different sort of feel to the entire game. Although it was a little bit too easy in my opinion, I still actually enjoy the mechanics that they introduced. Like, I would definitely change some things, but just because, you know, we don't have Pokemon following us around in Sword and Shield, if the only option for that is that we have to have these spin-off games, then I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, other regions remade in this style, as long as they maybe add like a challenge mode. But whoa, I totally forgot that Sabrina's gym is literally its own whole city over here, and also that it has this puzzle, literally the most annoying puzzle of any Pokemon gym ever. Basically just trial and error, unless you actually
got it memorized.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, I really had to just look that up because I was not having it, but here we are on Sabrina's platform, and I was almost about to step on the one that takes us all the way back to the beginning, but thankfully we didn't. Let's have a nice look around and now challenge the 6th gym leader, or 7th one for this episode already. It's true that psychic power is a potent ability. However, there are things that cannot be overcome with that power alone. I finally understand that now, after losing to you in our last battle. I won't be relying on just psychic power this time. My true strength, my true self. Allow me to test them against you. Here we go, the Psychic Master, who definitely got a revamp in this game. I was gonna say generation. I mean, I guess this is technically Generation 7, so I could say that, but yeah, I'd love to see Pokemon Let's Go Johto, just because every single time we get Kanto remakes, like, can we please get a remake of Johto again? Because Heart Gold, Soul Silver are to this day some of my favorite Pokemon games, and I love seeing the Johto region, or I would love to see it reimagined in like 3D and all that. There's just so many cool experiences that would look awesome in 3D, like the Olivine Lighthouse, Claire's Gym would be amazing. All of Blackthorn City actually I feel like would look awesome. And they could also just include Kanto in the post-game, since they literally have it made already for Let's Go. I mean, I don't think they would have Kanto in the post-game because, as we know, the newer Pokemon games are all about not having post-game for some reason. But yo, Frank with a nice dodge there, as Sabrina hit like a little hop right there when commanding her Jinx. Anyway, Frank is tearing it up so far. Like, we might not even get to use Gengar, but I do want to show off the Mega Gengar at least once, so let's see what our next Pokemon is. Slowbro, really? Well, that's probably not the best thing to send Gengar out to. I don't know, I want something a little bit weaker. Or maybe actually this would have been the right option because it's pretty dang slow, and our Gengar is super low level, so sending it against a faster Pokemon might mean that it just gets one shot before even getting to use an attack. But Frank does have the Mega Drain as well, so even though we got scalded right there, we'll be able to heal that right back up with a Mega Drainin. I definitely miss the Giga Drain though. Like, I'm not sure why that's not in these games. Maybe because it has too much power, or maybe it was never in the original Kanto region, but I feel like it definitely was. So I'm curious why we have never gotten Mega Drain. But yeah, Alakazam is coming out. That's actually a Pokemon I expected her to have, but I don't know if it's actually a good idea at all to send Gengar into it. I literally just said how if we sent it into a fast Pokemon, we're probably just going to get one shot by Psychic, but I don't care, man. I just want to show off this sweet Mega Evolution, and actually we do have Sucker Punch, so we could go for that. At least get one hit in, you know, before getting destroyed, as Mega Gengar is out here, opening that third eye. And before you get to strike, the Sucker Punch is gonna hit ya. And here comes a Psychic, which will definitely destroy us. So, yeah, can't say we didn't see that one coming, but at least for like 2 seconds, we got to see the Mega Gengar, okay? Not really as cool as the shiny version, though, which is, of course, all white, and that eye looks even more menacing. Like, that's gotta be one of the best shiny Mega evolutions. Shiny Mega Gengar. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite Mega evolution in shiny form specifically? Because there's a lot that I probably don't know or haven't ever even seen, but out of the ones that I have seen, I think Mega Gengar is definitely one of the coolest looking ones. There's also Mega Metagross, which is also actually like silver, metallic white. So maybe I just like the light colored Megas, or I mean shinies specifically. I guess I like the black shinies too, like Mega Rayquaza. Wait a second, I've never seen a shiny Mega Rayquaza though. Whoa, I want to see that now. Like, I'll probably just throw up a picture just so you guys get an idea of how epic it looks. Or maybe not epic. Maybe I should stop saying epic. I mean, it's 2019, you know, that's such a 2018 thing, guys. And also a 2012 thing, maybe even older. Like, when did people used to say epic way back in the day? It was like 2009, maybe even? Jeez. Blast from the past as we take down Erica. I mean, Sabrina. Oh, jeez, I'm forgetting everything. I won't encounter a trainer like you for around another 3 years. Oh, she's also trying to predict the future out here. In Pokemon Gold and Silver, I believe, you know, you get to take her on once you beat the game and go back to Kanto. Maybe that's what she's predicting, because I think those games do take place 3 years in the future. So, come on, Pokemon, don't set up all of these, like, little hints at Johto. Let's actually go to Johto. That would be a perfect game title, too. You can feel free to use that. I won't charge you anything. There was once a time when I was shocked that I lost to you. That feeling is gone now. It's been replaced with a desire to go strong and live freely as you do. Well, we were free until Gengar got completely obliterated. That was more so free for her. Like, it was free how easily she took out our Pokemon, as I stepped on the wrong portal, of course, but this time we gotta go to the right one, which is once again actually left. Like, it's always left, isn't it? Left is actually right in these games, is what I've noticed, but whoa. That zoomed out angle of Sabrina City, man, that never gets old. Makes absolutely no sense though. Like, how does she fit a whole city inside this tiny building? I mean, she does have psychic powers after all, so we'll let it slide. And last but not least, we fly away to Cinnabar Island. Your Uber is here! I've been waiting all episode to say that joke, because look at how our trainer rides on Rhydon. Like, that is just hilarious, the way his body's just like thrown on there. I don't know, maybe it's just me that finds that funny, but anyway, the gym is actually up here as we're taking on the final gym leader, Blaine, here on Cinnabar Island. And I sure hope there's no, like, gym puzzle for the hot-headed quizmaster. Like, imagine if he made us do his quiz again, but like a hard version. Actually, I'd be down for that, but what the heck? Can I not even get up to this man? Okay, actually, we gotta step onto the stage, apparently.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Okay, let's just... Well done, returning here to my gym. You're the one who retrieved the key to the gym from the Pokemon Mansion. Did you see anything interesting while you were in there? That place still holds the remnants of my old friend's research. By the way, I've been hearing an interesting rumor floating around recently. You wouldn't happen to know a young lady named Green, would you? Well, it's not as though I really know the whole story anyway. More importantly, since you came all this way, we should have a battle. Ha! Well, we actually have heard of Green, as Darwin was looking majestic as ever up there. But it's time to take on the man with the flamin' passion, Blaine. Literally see the fire in his eyes. That is so awesome. I wish his sprite always had that, but we did bring out Uber, the Rhydon here, because of course he uses fire-type Pokemon, but I don't think we'll even get the chance to use him, as we do have our Mega Blastoise as well. So let's go for that once again. I think this is like the third time this episode we've used Mega Blastoise. I don't know why I keep going for it, because it's probably our weakest Mega Evolution, honestly, out of the options we've got. I mean, other than like Gengar, of course, or maybe Pidgeot, but I mean, out of the ones that I actually trained up, you know, this is definitely the weakest, and looks like Ninetales is coming out next. I honestly thought that might have been an Iced Ninetales, but of course this is Blaine's Fire Gym. Probably the second best designed backdrop for the battle here. actually the whole gym design. This is honestly my favorite remade gym out of all of them. Like, Misty's gym looks cool, but this one had the best quote-unquote puzzle and also the best backdrop. I mean, I still like Misty's backdrop better, but the fact that it's like a game show is just so cool to me. And oh my god, how did I not even pay attention to it charging up the solar beam? Like, I'm really just that zoned out by the background and, you know, just the design of this gym overall that I didn't even notice he was charging up the sunlight that whole time. If only it were the real Fabby, it wouldn't even need to charge up that solar beam. It would have just unleashed the power of the sun right off the bat. But next up is going to be Rapid Dash, which is very rapid indeed, as its name suggests, but I think we should be able to handle it. Oh, never mind, the Mega Horn! Okay, actually we did handle it still. Let's give it a little scald, and oh, I'm actually surprised that took it out. Wow. We still don't have Hydro Pump though. I wish we did, because we'd actually be one-shotting all of Blaine's Pokemon here, but it's alright. Next up is going to be Flareon, just like I predicted 20 minutes ago, probably. I don't know how much time has passed, but it feels like it was forever ago that we were taking on Lieutenant Surge. This has been quite a long haul to end off this series here, but I don't mind, you know, since I haven't been uploading as much. I would rather give you guys the longer episodes as, oh my god, this thing has superpower! What the heck? I did not know that Eevee could learn superpower, or Flareon. I mean, I don't know if Eevee can learn it. I'm assuming if Flareon can learn it, Eevee probably can too, but we living out here, and the Earthquake will definitely take it down. I'm actually going to wait a little bit because I feel like the chairs behind our Rhydon are actually empty right now, so let's just wait for the Arcanine to come out, Blaine's final Pokemon, and we'll just hold it here for a little bit. Yeah, what the heck? The chairs are completely empty, dude. What happened to all the people that were sitting back there? Like, come on, they really couldn't animate a couple more trainers in the background there? I feel like they had some back in the other gyms. I mean, they looked like silhouettes almost, or like blurred out people, but still, that's better than having no one in the chairs at all, as we tank up that attack there, and the Earthquake should definitely finish it off. So your Uber really was here this time. Here for us, that is, as he takes down Blaine's final Pokemon. And that is it for the Gym Leader rematches. I'm all fired up. You mean burned out? Because you just lost, bro. Recently, gym challengers sure have been increasing. That just means more fun for me, so I don't mind at all. It's true that you already have a Volcano badge, but don't worry about that. Let's battle! Well, not right now, dude. We gotta wait until tomorrow, that is. Or never, because that is gonna do it. I am never coming back to this gym, never coming back to this game, never coming back to Kanto, because next time is gonna be the final episode. We're gonna be taking on the final boss of this game, and it actually requires us to take out a couple of the master trainers, so I guess until then I'll be training up our most prized Pokemon. I think you only need to beat 5 master trainers, like any one of them, but I'm gonna try to take out the ones of our actual team, the one that I, you know, did the playthrough with. So until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the finale.